Just south of Greenville, where the city finally runs out of room, the Reedy River slows down and spreads into something wild. This is the Conestee Nature Preserve, 640 acres of forest, water, and trail that the locals call the wildest place in Greenville. What you're cruising through started as an accident. Back in 1892, a stone dam was raised here on the Reedy to power the old Conestee Mill, and it backed up the river into a 130-acre lake. Over the next century, that lake slowly filled in. Silt and sediment from a growing up state settled behind the dam until the open water became this, a vast freshwater wetland. What looks like untouched swamp forest is really 100 years of the river doing its quiet work. Today there are more than 13 miles of trail out here, and over a mile of it is boardwalk just like this, built to float you right out over the ground, too wet to walk. All this water and cover makes Conestee a serious place for birds. It's recognized as an important bird area of global significance. More than 200 species have been counted here: herons, owls, wood ducks, bald eagles. Slow down, you'll see why. There's a deep history under your tires too. The whole preserve sits on a National Register of Historic Places. 200 years ago, a man named Adam Carruth ran a gun factory on this land, turned out 2,000 muskets for the U.S. Army, and built what was likely the first real industry in Greenville County. The original dam site is still down there, buried under about 5 feet of river sediment. The whole place is run by a nonprofit and it's completely fee-free. The closest, easiest patch of real wild that most folks around here will ever have. And that's the lower preserve. Now let's head up to the top part. Up here, a partner gets introduced to the story. The land you're rolling onto belongs to ReWa, Renewable Water Resources. a utility that handles wastewater for the whole region from its campus right next door. Here we're on a piece of the Clean Water Connector loop, out here where the signage walks you through how wastewater gets cleaned and sent back to the river, and where they hide little bronze salamanders for the kids to hunt down. When the footbridge washed out in the 2020 flood, ReWa stepped up to rebuild it. They named the new one the ReWa Connector. ReWa and Conestee have been teamed up for years, and between them they've set aside close to 1,000 acres of green space for conservation, recreation, and education. This smooth ribbon is the blue line of the Prisma Health Swamp Rabbit Trail, a 4-mile spur that runs straight through ReWa's campus and ties it into the preserve. The upper preserve has another side. On the Brushy Creek lands to the north, Conestee built a full mountain bike network, sponsored by REI, and it rides as good as it looks. Phase 1 opened in January of 2023, 3+ miles of purpose-built dirt, berms, rollers, and jump lines that flow right through the trees. Whether you're sending it or just keeping it mellow, there's a line through here for you. This is definitely the kind of riding you don't expect to find 10 minutes from downtown Greenville. Tight, green, fast, and quiet enough that the city disappears completely. "640 acres, 13 miles of trail, a wetland that used to be a lake, a gun factory turned bird sanctuary, and a bike park hiding in the woods. The wildest place in Greenville. Come ride it."